All right, we got Lester Quinones. Dropped 26 Monday night against the Kings, 21 against the Hornets. He's looking really good. And he also won the G League Most Improved Player. I'm telling you, man, the Bay Area is going to love this guy. If hopefully nobody swoops him up, man. He's playing so well. Lester, maybe you needed a couple duds to make sure you're still on the Warriors, all right? We need you here, buddy.
What's going on? What's going on? Appreciate y'all for having me.
Nah, anytime, man. Congratulations, man. I know you signed a two-way deal with the Warriors last season. You made your debut March 31st against the Spurs. We had you on the post-game set on NBC. You were really, really good. Won the NBA G League Most Improved Player. So what's helped you improve so much from Memphis to where you're at now? Because you look like an NBA player, man. You've been lighting up so far in the Summer League.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, just confidence-wise. I feel like when you kind of do get that year under your belt in the G League to kind of develop and just get those reps in and see the ball go through, know certain reads, get better at your reads, it helps you for a mental aspect. But I just feel like the main part is kind of just staying consistent to the grind. Always being in the gym, always first got to get there, last got to leave every single time, just staying consistent with it. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like the game is really almost 95% mental, so those days where it's like, going back to what I said earlier, those days where you don't want to be that first guy coming in or the last guy going out, is just keeping that consistency every single day and just knowing that eventually it's going to show.
I mean, you have been like well-traveled throughout your life already at 22. Way more than me. Way more than B, that's for sure. New York. I'm seeing New Jersey. I'm seeing Florida. Santa Cruz, which you've referenced. It must be difficult, man, like trying to like make it in this sport. You've been told no over and over and over again. How hard has the grind been for you to get to this point where you're at right now?
I feel like it was really tough, but at this point in my life, it just kind of gets to a point where it's like a regular person with a 9-to-5. You just get so many years into where it's like, if I'm used to getting up at a certain time and working out every single day, it just becomes habit. And I feel like I'm definitely a creature of habit. So just really not worrying about what people think either, too. Kind of
right.
Not worrying about standing out, not worrying about people saying this, saying that, and kind of just looking to be more of a leader now coming into the Summer League. Excited today. First game out in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited for today.
No, we can't wait to watch you on ESPN 7 o'clock, man. We can't wait to see you take on the LA Lakers alongside Brandon Pajemski, of course, Geek Santos. A lot of fans loving those two guys as well. But Lester, I knew you grew up in New York and you go down to Florida, but weren't your family, if I'm not mistaken, when you told us on the postgame show, weren't you and your family staying up late watching Warrior games?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm one of those guys where I didn't have a basketball all my life in my hand kind of growing up. So I was really one of those late bloomers. I probably picked up a ball when I was around maybe 11 or 12 years old. Mm-hmm. So that was the first time I started playing basketball. And I'm pretty young, like you said, 22. I'm born in 2000. So around that time, 2012, 2013, 14, that was that prime Warriors. Well, not prime, but the start of it with that first championship in 2015, kind of going there and starting the prime. But really seeing that build up and watching Steph Curry and Draymond just get drafted there and kind of just stick there and watch that whole kind of really dynasty just go through that whole process, being my favorite team, to actually kind of now just be a part of it. It's just surreal.
What sports were you playing if you weren't playing or did you not play any sports then growing up?
Nah, my family is actually huge on wrestling, so I was actually a wrestler.
Like real wrestling?
Yeah, not the WWE stuff, right?
My cousin's a wrestling coach here in the city. Hey, it's physically demanding.
So do you have that cauliflower here? I got to check out for the cauliflower here, Lester.
Yeah. I told you, I stopped early.
All right.
And at like 11, 12, it helped me with that. But I for sure feel like playing that my whole childhood definitely helped me have that kind of that dog and that just confidence in me to know like playing. It's different when someone plays a solo sport growing up versus a team sport.
For
you know
sure.
what I mean? You're kind of used to kind of always having the loss on you or the win on you. So having that competitiveness, I feel like that for sure brought that drive in me.
Now, you mentioned how it was surreal to be on this basketball team playing with Steph, Clay, Dre. How do you get over that mentally to be like, okay, I'm one of them now? I'm not just a player who's watching them from the outside. How do you trick yourself into saying, you know what, I'm a teammate of Steph Curry's, Klay Thompson's, Draymond Green's, and I'm not here to just be a spectator?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I feel like that kind of went out the window probably like the first week. I mean, obviously, of course, the first week I'm there, it's like, man, I'm really here with you guys. And like just sitting back and I really, this past year, being with them, going through the whole playoff run with them, it was just amazing to be there. I just soaked everything up like a sponge, tried to learn as much as I could from them. And like you said, it was just sometimes I call myself, but like at this point, it's like it's my job now. These guys
Right.
are my coworkers, my teammates. So I have a job that I have to do. They have a job that they have to do. So at the end of the day, it's a business now, but it's definitely a blessing. And like you said, surreal is the perfect way of playing with these guys.
Are you a video gamer?
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's your plan?
I play everything. I play all types of games. I just actually, I'm huge on Call of Duty, of course.
Of course.
I went through a Fortnite phase. I played 2K, all of that. But
Oh, so wait, are you Xbox or PS5?
I started Xbox. I transferred. I'm P5 games.
Okay,
You made the right move.
So when you're playing 2K, are you doing like creative player or are you playing as yourself? Like, I don't know. Do you upload the rosters when you get on there? Like, tell me the experience on 2K,
yeah,
bro, because
sure,
I be making
sure.
myself.
Yeah.
I play as myself. I'm trying to get on.
I make myself on there, play with myself. But knowing how to play with Steph, come on, that's the easiest, man. I'm like you said, like I said, I've been a Warriors fan all my life, so I'm kind of used to playing with them on 2K too. So
I love it.
me and having myself on there now, it's just I got to see who I want to sub off for myself.
Who's the wackest on the team right now in terms of video games?
Let me see.
Because JK told me that he was the greatest ever
Yeah,
when he
we don't
first got
believe
in. I
that.
said, young man, pump
We
the brakes.
don't
I've been
believe
playing
JK.
since longer than you were born. So he thinks he's sweet. Is he good?
See, I haven't played JK yet, but the worst from last year's team, I had to go Andre. I don't think he probably even knows the controls on 2K.
Andre Iguodala's a Nintendo baby, Lester. Come on, man.
He's playing video golf.
Sorry.
Right, he's playing Atari, exactly, playing Pong
Oh,
or
that's
something.
hilarious.
Lester Quinones here on the Morning Rush on 95.7 Game. We're pulling for this guy. He's playing alongside Brandon Pajimski and, of course, Guy Santos in the Summer League. Warriors really had a good showing against the Hornets. Actually, I think you guys have played well both times. But I want to ask you about playing for a guy like Penny Hardaway, because a lot of kids these days, Lester, don't know how good Penny Hardaway was until the injuries. Kind of like had that trajectory like Brandon Roy. Penny was special. So what did you learn from Penny? What was it like playing him before you signed to Memphis? Did you watch any of his old highlights? Tell us about playing for Penny.
Oh, so it was so special playing for him, man. And it's crazy because I was actually one of those kids. I wasn't. I didn't kind of grow up watching him. So really being there for 3 years and then actually realizing as you go how great of a player he was and just like his knowledge of the game, it was different for him kind of being. So I would say he was one of those guys who was a 6'9" point guard. So he kind of comes out and he's coaching you and teaching you a move, and you could just see him hit it like it's nothing, or kind of just hit a backdoor pass on the money still at this age, and just showing us like his reads, how he was just so advanced for the game. It's just, I feel like anybody who goes there, any guard that goes there for sure should be using him as much as they can, because he's also one of those coaches where he's just going to tell you anything you want to hear, any questions. He loves to answer that and teach you. So I feel like he's just very good, a good person at heart, and he's really in it for the players. So kind of playing for a coach like that is always fun, and it's always a great opportunity. So I feel like my time there, it was definitely special. Grew close with him. I actually texted him like a couple of days ago too, so we still keep in contact. But
that's good.
Yeah, we're for sure. That's my guy.
How good would you guys have been if James Wiseman had played that year? I know that's the biggest woulda, coulda, shoulda.
They know how good we would have been, man. My God, man, James, we would have did some things that year.
What was your moment where you stepped on to either the facility, the floor, and you're like, damn, I'm in the NBA? Like, what was that moment when you looked around?
Oh, Japan last summer. We were in Japan, checked in for a preseason game, and I believe it was about 50,000 fans out there.
Yeah, it was packed.
Wow.
And they had it sold out, so kind of just looking around in there, that was that moment for me where it was like, man, like this is what it's for. Like this, everything I did was for this.
And then you come on under Seth Cooper in the G League, and you win a Most Improved Player award in the G League. Tell us what that meant to you, and what was the biggest? What do you think you improved on the most during that season last year in the G League?
Yeah, I mean, before they explained the award to me, I was 100% confused when I first with myself being a rookie my first year in the league. I was kind of confused, but then when they kind of explained it, I could see the difference between the start and the end of the season. But like I said earlier, it was really just getting those reps in. I played about 40 games, if not 49, I think, somewhere around there. But if you go out there, we were playing sometimes 3 games in 4 days, 2 back-to-back games in a couple of days. So just really being out there, and if you're just seeing that same read over and over again, it's giving you that closure in your mind. That's kind of like, if I do this move and it doesn't work, okay, all right, I'm gonna try this next time and see what works for me. And then when you're just playing so many minutes, so many games, just seeing the same reads over and over again, I feel like that's just great, especially for development as a young player. Just kind of going through there and then having Steph as my head coach, having him trust me and him putting the ball in my hands. And that main word is trust. Just having him trust me to kind of carry us and lead the team, just help me with my growth individually.
You know, we documented some of the places that you've lived: Memphis, New Jersey, New York, Florida. What's been the biggest adjustment off the floor living in California? Is it the food? Is it the cost of living?
I would say the weather caught me off guard for sure.
Why is that?
So me being from New York, we kind of get all 4 seasons. We get the coldest winters. We get some really hot summers. So really being from New York, we always expect to go to Cali. I could just walk outside with no shirt. It's always hot. So it's pretty chilly in the Bay. It's like consistent, I would say like 60s to 70s all while I was around there. So, I mean, it was a little bit chillier than I thought, but besides that, it's a pretty cool city.
Yeah, there's no palm trees out here in the Bay Area, man. That's for sure, man.
I'm expecting I'm a New York kid. I'm expecting Cali is hot everywhere.
Yeah, no, that 100% humidity, you will not get that out here in San Francisco.
I'm making you pick then, since you're a New York guy.
I tell you, it's hot in Vegas right now for sure.
Oh, I know. I heard. Stay indoors, man. Stay in the hotel room.
You gonna ask him? You want me to?
What favorite tech? Yeah,
no. Is it Biggie or Jay-Z? You have to choose one.
Ooh,
you have to,
because I was just like a couple months ago starting to lock in on some more Biggie, but I did grow up listening to a lot of Hov on my pops, so I'm gonna have to go Jay-Z. But I'm young, so I do have a bunch of Biggie that I don't even know about that I do want to tap into.
Nah, you definitely have to tap into New York, man, king of hip hop, man. I'm so jealous. You got Jadakiss out there, you got Wu-Tang, you got Busta Rhymes, you got everybody out there. Cameron.
Do you guys watch the Cameron and Mace thing?
Yeah, no.
Keep it real. You guys watch that?
It is what it
is. So, Lester, take us through Summer League here, because I know you're excited about tonight. What is the one thing you want to work on and accomplish this summer with the Summer League team?
Really just to work on being a leader and just having fun out there. Like you said, it's Summer League, so just preparing myself to be ready to be out there with those guys and focusing on those small details that I probably can get away with here now because of Summer League, but that I for sure won't get away with being out there with Draymond and Steph and Clay and guys like that. So just really locking in on trying to be a leader here so I could just prepare myself for when preseason comes or training camp comes. I'm going to just have the right mindset going into it.
Well, you have a great mindset as it is. You feel very mature. And I'm watching you on the floor, and you do a lot of the same mannerisms as Jordan Poole. The little in and out, the step back, the sideways threes. Were you emulating him? Were you training with him? Is that just coincidence? Why does the game so mirror his in terms of the perimeter stuff?
Yeah, I can say, I mean, he showed me a couple moves. I worked out with him a bunch this year. I mean, everybody kind of knows. He was probably one of the closer guys one of the guys that I was closest to on the team. So we were for sure in the gym all the time. But like I told you guys earlier, I'm one of those guys. I just try to learn from everybody, pick from everybody's game. So I for sure got some stuff from him, but it wasn't just him. It was everybody around, a little bit of Steph, a little bit of Clay, everybody.
Real quick, Brandon Pajimski, Trace Jackson-Davis, Guy Santos. Give us your impressions of these fellas, man. They're everybody's loving Pajimski and Guy Santos right now, but give us your impressions of those two guys early on in the Summer League.
Man. Guy, I just love how Guy's been coming out so aggressive. His first couple games, he's been very efficient too. He's been real efficient with it. He's been rebounding well. I just like his overall mindset this year in Summer League. He's just playing with that different step to him where he's kind of just, I would say he's in kill mode, really. I love how he's playing right now. He's playing with confidence. He's playing aggressive. And for Brandon, I'm actually pretty impressed with his IQ. For him to be a rookie and be so young, he has a pretty good basketball IQ. He has playmaking ability. He has pretty good size for a guard. I still feel like you guys haven't seen him really shoot it as well as I've seen him in practice. He can really shoot it. So I'm excited for these Summer League games for him to kind of show that out. But I feel like he's a very well-rounded player. He kind of gives you a little bit of everything. He can give you a couple of assists. He can get you some rebounds. He can score for you. So I just like that he's just a basketball player. He reads the game. He knows the reads. He has a high IQ. So I'm really excited for his growth, too.
One last one on your way out the door, because you're talking about how things are a lot different out here than they are on the East Coast. What's the one thing that we need here on the West Coast that you cannot find, that you're accustomed to finding in New York?
Man, a deli, a bodega.
The chopped cheese.
It's one of those on every corner in New York. You can't find one in Cali.
Well, hey, you know what though? We got chopped cheese out here. My boy Adam Ramirez.
Yeah.
He lives around the corner from my guy Shasky.
Yeah.
He dropped one off to me at Chase Center last year. Chopped cheese, my first ever chopped cheese. I had to give half of it away because it was so damn good. And I'm trying to lose weight too, Lester. Chopped cheese will deliver something to you.
One of those. I need one of those.
Well, what's your order? Like, are you a Cats guy? Like, do you get?
I'm a huge breakfast guy. Like, I can eat breakfast any time of the day.
Yeah.
So, all those delis in New York is breakfast all day. So I can walk in any time, get me a little bacon, egg, and cheese, grab me a little eggs, and that'd be cool.
Little schmear.
We're getting Lester. Before it's all said and done, we'll get you the chopped cheese next year for training camp. Now I know you're on the weight plan, and Raymond Ritter's probably like, no chopped cheese. He's got the meal plan. But we'll make that happen for you, Lester.
Yeah.
Hey, this was a lot of fun. I can't wait to talk to you again. We're 2 for 2. You were really good on television. Everybody's raving about you. Our roasters here on the radio, they're loving you right now. They hope you stick with the Golden State Warriors. You're having a great summer so far. So I know you got to get to shoot around and get on that bus, man, and stay out that hate in Vegas. But we'll be watching tonight, and good luck tonight against the LA Lakers.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Anytime. Lester Quinones.
Love it.
Man, that was a lot of fun.
Like he's on